All right, welcome to Jack Dodson's Racing Insider News this week, presented by Smith Wraps and Graphics. Yeah, I said that's right.
Yeah, you did it right this time.
Food provided by Papa John's.
Can we interview somebody? Can you
Yeah.
Did you do the stuff that will?
Got to thank our marketing partners. Oh, wrong one. We'll go backwards. Performance Plus Motor Oil, Safety Clean, Black Acid Apparel. If you need a shirt, 10 shirts, 5 shirts, we got some shirts over here. I'd grab them, but my hands are greasy. Factory Canopies. These are some nice chairs, ain't they? They give us these chairs, tablecloth. Langley Speedway for allowing us to come here and do the show. MPM Marketing if you need some help with social media. Tanya McAllister is the person to help you. Pepsi. Bondurant Brothers Distillery. One day Jack will go by there and get us some more.
I talked to him this week.
Some more drink.
I talked to him this week. I'm gonna try to get by there within the next few days.
GAC, Great American Company. Garamo.
Amaya.
I'm going to say that fast. NC811, Smith's Wraps and Graphics. And obviously Papa John's for dinner tonight. You can't thank those guys enough.
All you gotta do is look at your mouth and we got Papa John's covered.
Hey. What can I say?
All right,
Hungry.
Let's go ahead and do the Smiths and Wraps and Graphics weekend roundup from all the racing this past weekend. Down at Dago, the Cup race, Ross Chastain had to seize part in front of him and he went and got a win.
What's up, Rodney? Thanks, buddy.
That was a pretty big deal.
I mean, who would have thought? Well, I mean, I could see him winning a race, but for the team to win 2 races in the first handful of races this year,
and running up front, I mean, both of those cars
right.
have been close to the front all year long. So that's a pretty big deal. The Xfinity race was won by Noah Gragson. The ARCA race was won by Nick Sanchez, and our buddy Rajay finished 6th, but he was running 2nd and 3rd most of the day, and he got shuffled at the end and got put back there. And I don't think he was too happy about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he got a couple interviews that I've seen, and he didn't seem like he was pleased with how that worked out.
Well, I mean, what a great young man. We'll see him this weekend at Dover. We're going to Dover and look forward to seeing him. He's running the ARCA race and the Xfinity race on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. All right. At Bowman Gray, the modifieds, Danny Bone got the win out there at Bowman on the modifieds, the Bowman Gray modifieds, not the series modifieds. Out at Salem, at the CRA Jags season opener at Salem, the Pro Late Model win went to Casey Roderick, and the Super Late Model win went to Casey Roderick. He walked away with both wins. Out at Stafford, the Spring Sizzler. Now, this is the Tour modifieds. Matt Hirschman got another win. I think he's already up to 6 or 7 wins this year already. So that's unbelievable. He's only been beat once this year. Out at Slinger, Luke Fenhouse won the late model race out there. Down at Crisp Motorsports Park, Gio Ruggiero got the late model win. At Kingsport, late model, Ronnie McCarty. Over at Goodyear, they had the Cars Tour down at Goodyear. Connor Hall got the pole and the win.
Yeah, what about that? I mean, that's a big deal.
It is.
He's done good with this group he's with now as far as going off and winning races in other places. I mean, he's done real well with that. So, in the Bando feature, Phoenix Kimball got another win. I think that's only about 7 or 8 wins she's got there the last 2 years in the Bandos. Down at Hickory, Landon Huffman got the win in both late model races. Up at Dominion Speedway this past weekend, Peyton Sellers got the win in both late model races. This must have been the week for doing the doubles. A lot of people did the double this weekend. In the Bandos up at Dominion, Brian Runstrom got the win. The Legends, Alec Hendricks. And the Dominion Stocks was Todd Ruggles. At Motor Mile, Kyle Dudley got both wins in the late model series. they gave the second win to Mike Looney and said that Dudley was a lap down. And under review, they went back and reviewed it. Come to find out, Dudley was a lap ahead.
Wow.
So he got the win back. So
They just knew they weren't on the same lap.
yeah. Wow. All right, here at Langley Speedway this past weekend, Bill was there, got to see these up close and personal. The champ carts, Danny Wyatt got the win, and son Trace finished second. That was pretty big. I like that race. It was a pretty good race, and you didn't have the leeches in it, which was really surprising.
It must have been sick or something.
No, Jacob Roberts wasn't there either. So that was really in the Pro Sixes. Donovan Edwards got the win in the first Pro Six.
In his first race.
That's cool. In his first race.
I mean, he got a gift, but I'd take it too.
And Mark
racing,
Mark Edwards ran pretty decent too.
Did he?
Yeah, he ran pretty good. I think he finished second in the first one.
First one he did, yeah.
So he did a pretty good job. In the late models, Brendan Butterbean Queen got win 1 and 2. Got both of the wins in the late models this past weekend. In the super trucks, Chris Roberts drove Louis Pasteur.
I've heard that guy one time before.
Yeah, he's been here before.
Yeah.
He was in Louis Pasteur's truck and got the win. The super streets, Danny Harrell got the win, and the enduros was Cody Bryant. He got the win in the enduros. So that was the weekend.
You missed Travis on the second Pro Six.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Travis got the set. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you're here, Bill.
Thanks.
I mean, you see how half-assed this is?
I think he was pretty mad because he just went out there and stomped everybody in the
Yeah.
second race.
Well, in that second race, I think he was out there proving the point.
I seen he had to lead by like half a lap.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was just getting around.
And I was sitting there going, poor Scott. If he'd been in this race, he'd been lapped down or something.
Nah. We're going to be right.
Oh, yeah? You going to be right?
Yes, sir.
You ain't right to start with.
You know, they say 2 wrongs make a right.
So anyway, that's our Smith's Rats and Graphics roundup for the weekend of racing around the area, around other places. I don't know who we and Michael Darnell, he said hi,
That's
Scott.
Hippie. That's my buddy.
Oh, okay. Okay, whatever. All right, we got Mr. Bill Carnes here with us.
Thank you.
He is photograph spectacular man here at Langley Speedway. I mean, you're the official track photographer. How'd that come about? I mean, I know there's 2 or 3 of y'all running around out there.
Well, about 4 years ago, I was hanging out with Rich Alexander, who took me kind of under his wing and got me into Victory Lane taking pictures. And then, 3 years ago was Larry Burnett was here, and I, followed him around, tagged around, and I just applied to bond, and they gave it to me. I actually got it last year, so I've been doing
Nobody else put in
2
for it.
years. I don't know if anybody else did or not.
Now, as we were talking earlier, we found out that your daughter Casey taught you everything you know.
She did. It was all her idea.
Right.
She taught me the concept of painting, and I just kind of went with that and Googled it and started reading about it because I really didn't know anything about it. And just read up on it, and from there,
Does she
just
tell you?
practice.
Does she critique you all the time?
No, she doesn't. Just like me, I have to take her picture all the time.
Oh, I bet. Dad.
And then then she went and said, "Hey, Dad, if you start a photography company or whatever, you can start applying for media credentials at different tracks." And from there, just.
Well, were you a big race fan before you
Oh, yeah.
started doing that? Before you started doing all this?
Yeah, believe it or not, I grew up in Pennsylvania, so really wasn't into racing up here until I moved down here. And we had a guy that drives number 90 late model stock car out here that got me into racing back
90.
when I was in
Who's that?
early 20s. Terry Carroll.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Just
So we used to run around together back, like I say, when we were like 22, 23 years old. He got me into NASCAR, and then I met my second wife, and she was in the NASCAR. So
big deal to me.
Yeah.
So you got it's pretty fun. I mean, when you come out here on the weekends, I know you're here and Casey's here, and
Haley's here.
The little girl's here. I had a blast with her up here the other day. She's fun. She gets to carrying on and talking, and they're doing everything they can do to keep her quiet. She's funny. I really had a blast with her.
like I told you earlier, I was dragging her to, bush races back then or whatever, and she was 5 years old. So Been doing it for a long time together.
So are you the one that sort of introduced her to the racetrack?
I guess
here?
me and her mom both, yeah. We were, because like I say, her parents were into big NASCAR fans. They went to Daytona every year. They had season tickets, and they, just went from there.
Now I know you do. You went to Martinsville and did the races at Martinsville, the late model races
Yep.
there. But what other places have you been? Have you been to other places?
Yeah, I've been to South. I used to go to South Boston every year for the second, or I guess now it's the first Triple Crown race. Yeah, and then I've been to Southern National. I've been to Dominion. I did a Cars Tour race up there. I think that's probably it, just around here. So I don't know. We got such great racing here at Langley. I don't really need to go a lot of places.
Well, of course, at the end of the year, you got the big races at the end of the year. I mean, I know
Oh,
you're
yeah.
probably around some of those, but that's real. You've got something good there, because I look forward to seeing your pictures on Sunday morning. That's the first thing I do. I get on there and start. Well, I know Bill's gonna have some pictures out here somewhere.
It's a grind. It takes me 4 or 5 hours to go through.
Is that right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Long night?
I know you're a little faster than me. Maybe
Not a little bit.
but I'm sitting there going, wait a minute. And then I get them screwed up because this other, what's her name, Sarah?
Sarah.
Sarah's got some too,
Oh, yeah.
and I get them screwed up. I said, all right, here's Bill. No, this ain't Bill's picture.
She does a great job too. So,
But I'm enjoying looking at it. You do a great job with that.
Thank you,
Going
thank
out
you.
there and getting things and
getting a little bit better each time. So just
So what made you want to do it in the first place? I mean, was it Casey said?
no, I've always taken pictures ever since I was in high school. I've always liked photography, and I've actually been running around out here for 10, 12 years taking just still photography in the pits, and I was over there trying to take pictures of the race cars, and everything was always blurry. And then she showed me, Dad, you got to follow.
She told you.
Yeah,
what
you
to
got to
do.
follow the cars with the camera. So I just went from there, invested a little bit more money on a nicer camera, used that for a year or two. And
Do you have to give her royalties for all the money you don't
royalties,
make?
okay.
Because we all know there's no
Yeah.
money in this. I mean,
No.
you're doing it because you like it. We do it
Yeah.
because we like it. Me and Jack do this because we love it.
got that right.
I do, like,
If you're in it for the money, you might as well give it up.
Yeah,
You're in the
yeah.
wrong sport.
I got people ask, they text me for pictures all the time. I'll just tell them, hey, tell me what race it is and what picture you want, because there's just way too many pictures to go scroll through each time,
So that's what I was getting ready to ask you. Do you sell pictures to the
I do, but the small guys, they're just out here racing from week to week, whatever. I don't really charge them anything because I'm just out here like them, just having a good time and taking pictures, But I have people give me tips every once in a while. I've sold a few things, not a lot. Spencer used my shirt last year on his used my picture on his T-shirt last year, so he ended up getting that. And I know. Black Acid did this for me, and Bill used one of my pictures for Brendan's car for Brendan's shirt last year. So a little bit out there.
Now, does that make you feel accomplished some that
Oh,
when
yeah.
they use your stuff?
Yeah, I got to get in. I met Craig Mertro like 6 months before he passed away, and I ended up getting one picture in his magazine. And
Oh, really?
I've had a couple in the Daily Press, and then Short Track Scene and Late Model Digest.
Well, that's got to be pretty cool. Though.
Yeah.
You've had a couple on Jack Dotson's Racing Insider News too. I don't hit you up often, but if I see one every now and then, it really gets to me. I go, I'm gonna put this on here, and I try to make sure you get credit for it, but
Oh, yeah.
but it's the thing that we're all out here and having fun doing this, and we're grateful for somebody like you that can be able to go out there. But
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
a big deal for the drivers to
Oh, I know.
have pictures of their cars. It's big for their sponsors, and you do such a good job with that. So,
Appreciate it. I love it. So,
Yeah, I mean, I think every little piece of the pie here makes a big
Oh, yeah.
difference. From you to us doing some small broadcasting to Chuck and Bill and Vaughn and the officials and over there. I mean, we're all here because we love
yeah.
the sport, not because there's a payday of some sort.
got that right.
Yep, I enjoy it. I'm out here grinding every weekend, so I don't get only if it rains out or we have a couple weekends off or whatever. But
Yeah.
So you're here most every weekend.
Yeah.
Most every weekend you come on out
Yeah.
here and be a part of it.
I told Matt Carter he was doing double duty. I said, I guess I'll be seeing you every weekend.
Well, that's cool that you're out here and you I know you come up here for a few minutes, you sit here and talk for a couple minutes, and then you're gone the rest of the night. I don't see you no more that night.
Yeah, if I got here early, I could get over, 1,100, 1,200 pictures, and I got to go through on a Sunday morning. It's very time consuming.
You sit down every Sunday morning?
See, I try to, yeah. So most time I don't get home because I come up here after the race and do the pictures for the track. I send them to Justin before I ever even leave. So it's at least midnight before I get home, and then I'm so wound up. It's 1:30 in the morning. Then by 6 o'clock, my cat's like, "Hey, it's time to get up. It's time to eat." Like, oh man!
That's when we go out there and start playing with pictures.
Yeah, I just started working on them, and I know a lot of people are just waiting because they like to do their summary of the race event, so they're like waiting for a picture for me or Sarah or even John now is out here a lot this year. So throw a picture up there so they can use in their little summary of their weekend.
I don't have enough patience for that. Going through 11, I couldn't. About 20 pictures, I'd be like, man, hell this.
Yeah. Well, they're not all good, so
I don't go through all his 1,100. I just go through what he puts on Facebook.
Well, that's what I mean. I to go through that many pictures.
But what I really like about your pictures is the ones you do. You call it the extras. You put the extras.
Well, that's Sarah. Sarah does the extras.
Did you do something?
I do a couple once in a while. I do in the.
No, I'm not. He has done.
I have done. Yeah,
he has done.
Oh, I thought he was a little messed up.
Sarah does it every week. But.
Look, I look at this stuff every week. Don't go there. I know what's up there.
She's more a people person than me, so I like the cars. And I'll take them.
That's what I like. I like some of those where you get the people involved. You see the people in the pit area and the drivers out doing something other than at the racetrack. I mean, racing or whatever. You see them out mingling with people, and that's really cool.
I've met a lot of people since I've been out here, and of course, I still don't know who a lot of people are. They'll say hi to me, and I'm like, I have no idea who they are, but just because a lot of times I see them, they're in their race gear, the helmets, and
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's probably 300 or 400 of us.
Oh yeah, at least,
maybe 500. Down there, it's hard to remember everybody.
I mean,
hell, me and Jack sometimes go somewhere and somebody will come up and start talking to us and leave. I'm like, Jack, who is that? I don't know who the hell that is. And he's like, yeah, you do. And he'll be like, it's I'm like, oh.
No, I've had a couple of them. I didn't have no clue who they were. And one come up one time. Where was it? Richmond. He came up to us and, "You're Jack Dodson. Yeah, I watch your show. That's you, right? You Jack Dodson, right?" I'm scared to say, should I say no? But it's cool. I mean, and that's the way it is around here. Everybody's friendly and it's cool.
That's how I got this. When Bill came up here to Black Acid back in like 2019, I didn't know who he was. I just sent him a bunch of pictures, and he's like, "Hey, do you have a logo or anything? I'll make you some T-shirts." I'm like, "No." So he designed a logo for me and sent me some shirts for no charge, and now I just been do a little business with him when I need some more apparel or whatever.
Yeah, he does a good job.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen these ugly mugs? I mean, they come up with this picture. I mean, Jack wasn't really fond of it.
Why are you laughing over there, Chris?
I mean, I'm like, that's to me. I'm like, dude, that's priceless.
Yeah, that is pretty cool though.
He sent me he drew it up. He sent it to me.
I don't know about this.
And
he almost didn't even show it to me.
I was in Richmond. I had took my wife to the hospital up in Richmond, and I'm sitting there. He done sent me this thing, and I'm looking at it. I said, I don't know.
What's up, Carl from Emporia?
I'm not sure. Hey, Carl. I'm not sure if this is a good idea.
That's what he said.
I'm really not sure. So I'm sitting in the parking lot. I'm thinking, I'm going to call Scott and tell him. And I told Scott about it, and he said, "Well, send the picture to me." So I sent him the picture.
Well, first
he fell all over it, and I'm still going, I am not sold on this.
At first, he's like, "What do you think?" I'm like, "Think about what?" I guess he thought, or he had tried to send me a picture, but I didn't get it.
Right.
I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Think about what? And he's like, "Well, let me send you this picture, and be honest." And then I'm laughing. I'm like, "Dude, this is priceless. People will love them shirts."
Right.
I don't know.
He
was not on board.
Yeah.
I wasn't
It
sure.
took a couple of weeks for me to warm him up.
Right.
It took me a while before I told him yes. And then I wear one. I put one. I haven't worn many of them, but I wore one to Goodyear when we went down there for the big race at Goodyear, and I had one on. And lo and behold, people down there about drove me slam nuts about T-shirts. I want one of them shirts. I want one of them shirts. So I guess it's good for publicity's sake.
Oh, yeah. Everybody wants
For
shirts.
For look's sake, and they hit.
Now, does your wife give you a hard time about them shirts?
Yeah, she did. The first thing she told me is, "What do you and Scott think you are?"
It's better. My family was like, you got to be a narcissist to wear a shirt with your picture on it. I'm like,
Well, my wife had it on one time, and she had hers on,
no, she did.
and she went to the store somewhere, and one of her friends walked up to her, and they were standing there talking, and evidently her friend looked and saw the picture, finally saw the picture. She goes, "That's your husband on that shirt." She said, "Yeah, that's him."
I'm a proud wife.
Yeah. You got to have a proud wife to be able to do that.
What's up, Eddie?
That's really cool that we're gonna have. What are some of your favorite pictures that you've taken since you've been here? I know you got a couple that you stick out in your mind.
One of my favorites is last year's Hampton Heat with Josh Berry and the flaming trophy that we had. So
Yeah.
that was pretty cool. That was one of my favorite ones, probably of all time. Actually, it was just sitting on the ground, it's just still on fire. And
Yeah.
the car's just sitting there, and I could see Josh walking away. That's probably my favorite of all time. So, and I got a few other ones. One where CE was spinning, fell up a couple of years ago, and I think one of the Hampton Heat races. That was a pretty good picture too. So, and I got the when Ryan took out Tommy Jackson, and I'll tell you, Tommy Jackson in the Legend race a couple of years actually. It was last year.
When he flipped,
Yeah, it was flipped over here. I got that whole sequence, so that was pretty crazy.
I was gonna say, I know you ain't talking about the race this year. 'Cause that thing's got
No, I didn't
10
get a
pages of comments on
I
it.
didn't take a picture of them before the race. I wouldn't even.
I
add
can't believe
anything.
somebody else hasn't replied yet.
That was crazy. He didn't get took a picture of them sitting over there. That's the only picture I got in that race because they never came around. They never came around to turn 3. Where
Well, that's got to be interesting. That I could, maybe it hasn't happened. If somebody contacts you and be like, "Hey, you got a picture of this wreck? I'm gonna prove that it's such and such a spot."
No, not that. No.
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
though.
But I have put stuff up there like that. And I had a few people fighting a couple of years ago back when I guess it was Tommy Sweeney and Rodney Boyd used to go at it here in the grandstand.
Tommy Sweeney fighting?
Yeah.
That's hard to believe.
I got some good pictures of those.
So, where's your favorite place to shoot pictures from? I mean, I'm sure you got
Well,
one spot that you like better than others. That you.
of course, Martinsville. I mean, with the lighting up there is just shooting at nighttime is almost just like shooting at daytime up there. It's just incredible. So
what about here at Langley? Is there a spot around?
yeah, I 3 and 4. I pretty much know where all the spots are now, where I can get on the front stretch. I don't like using a flash, but I do use the flash only because Larry Burnett would get on me. He's like, "Hey man, you need to use a flash on the front stretch here. You're getting a lot of, glare back on the lights and stuff like that." So, but just anywhere around where the lights are, over here in 2 and 3, or 2 and it's a good spot. And I was out here on the outside doing qualifying on Saturday, which was really nice out there, but can't go out there during a race because I got to be in here.
So what about the weather? I mean, you suffer that. You suffer. I mean, I've seen you come up here bundled up and everything.
Yeah.
But then in the summertime, I know that's got to be miserable to be out there sometimes.
Yeah, I'm out there from time we do pre-race ceremonies until the last race of the nights. I'm out there in the elements. So
what's
the first race, and my hands were like blocks of ice by the time you enduro. I don't even know if I got everybody. I apologize. I didn't miss you. If I didn't get you this year so far, I will get you.
So what's a typical day for you here? What time do you get here?
Right now, most of the time I'm not getting here till 6 o'clock. I did come this past week and do qualifying. Now, when the Hampton Heat or the car store, I actually take off work. I'll come out Friday and I'll get here like 11 o'clock on Saturday until whenever.
Yeah, sometimes 3 or 4
yeah.
o'clock in the morning. So then what is do you have a routine? Do you come and for races, do you start out on pit road or you start
Most of the time I'll start over. If it's in the day, and when it's still daylight, I'll go right here on turn 4 and get them coming off turn 3 and 4 right there. And then when sun goes down, I'll move over into turn 3 and hang around the lights over there. I'll go down the back stretch and then go over into 2. just depends on how many laps it is. I always gauge it. You know, if it's a 50 lap, I'll do 10 or 12, laps here, and then go there, and then move and come on to the front stretch and get the end of the race. But it's like the bandos or, the 15 laps, I'll just hang out a little bit there and then come onto the front stretch and do the rest there. So I kind of got my own little routine.
Mm-hmm. When does the selfie picture start with Casey? Like, I know she's got to fit in there somewhere.
Whenever she likes it now because she's working out, I think, at the back gate, so she's off work by 3 o'clock. So she's in there. Yeah, we do. We've got so many pictures together up here, so I could go pull them all out. We used to just watch the races in the stands before she started working here.
And she's kind of comical with some of the things she does too. I watched that video the other night with the bottle going around.
I just stood on under the stand just of that. But apparently they were having a good time.
I think there's some alcohol involved in some of these.
I'm thinking
these girls are having too much damn fun.
I'm trying to figure out what this bottle is slinging around. And supposedly their eyes are blocked where they can't see, but it's not hitting nobody. I didn't see it hit but a couple times.
They're just that good.
No, they ain't that good.
I don't know. I've never played that game.
Ain't no way that good. I think they were just about too hard. Some of them didn't get it.
Apparently they're having a good time because they were giggling and laughing. So that's all that matters.
That's
And
right.
they were home, so they weren't out running the streets.
That's right. That's a good thing.
Mhm.
And so it did say, well, you don't have to worry about.
No.
Even though they're older, you still worry about.
Oh
it.
yeah. Your children. So
Yeah. Tell me about
Hey,
it.
Casey, how many kids do you have?
I have two. I have an oldest daughter, Erin. She has 2 boys, Jacob and Dylan, and I have Casey who has Bailey. So I have 3 grandkids. I think Jacob will be 8 in June. Bailey is 4 now. Should be 5 in December. And Dylan they got birthdays like 2 weeks apart or so.
Oh, wow.
So,
And none of them got the racing bug?
none of my grandkids do. No, I had tried him a few times in video games, but he likes the Roblox and whatever 7 and 8 year old boys like nowadays.
So Casey's the favorite? Is that what it is?
No, I never did the same.
I think I'd put that in for her.
The other one doesn't. She doesn't really care for. She knows about NASCAR. She doesn't really care for racing that much. So
That's why Casey's
yeah,
the favorite.
don't get me in trouble.
I would never do that.
So if the drivers wanted to get in touch with you to maybe order some pictures, how would they get about getting? What are the ways they can get a hold of you?
Most of the time, you can just message me on Facebook, or I have an email address on there. I have a separate email address for my company, Given to Fly Photography at outlook.com. My phone number's on there. Everything's right on there. You can contact me.
Or his manager, Casey.
Well, I like the one he does where he at the end of the night he puts all the winners in one in one picture. I like that because
you don't know how to do it.
I know how to do it. He's already done it.
You have like your hair.
He's just a little bit better.
That way, all I got to do is go share. Yeah, there it is. It's on mine, and I ain't got to worry about it.
That's what I do when I get home at midnight because I'm so wound up from running around out here for 5-6 hours. I cannot go to sleep right away. So
you don't have one of those 1.5, 2 hour rides home like that.
No, tunnel block I do.
Yeah.
It's been good so far this year.
Yeah, don't say nothing.
Yeah,
Though.
but I've had,
Just wait till you
2
leave
days last
tonight.
year,
Sometimes it's a little
1
crazy.
o'clock in the morning. Well, sometimes.
Yeah, I get hooked up on that with the Monitor Merrimack over there sometimes. I'm gonna tell you what, they're always doing some kind of construction inside there, and they'll block one lane, and then to block that one lane, they block both lanes for a certain period of time.
Yeah.
So I'll take a picture. This is what I'm sitting, like you do. This is what I'm sitting in, and I'll send it to my wife. She said, "Now you and Scott are probably sitting there talking." So no, we don't do that. But Bill, appreciate you coming out here and being a part of it. Thank you for being a part of the show.
Yes, very much.
I wanted everybody, I want to make everybody a piece of this around here at Langley Speedway. I brought the officials in here. I bring
even you asked Christian come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, and after he was laughing at me earlier tonight, I might not let him come back again.
I was mildly surprised. I was like, am I looking at this right?
Yeah.
What do you want to talk to me about? So I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I
No,
mean,
you didn't.
everybody here is important. I mean, and it takes all of us to make this work.
You know, and I'm going to invite Casey up here sometime and see what she does, because I don't see her doing nothing.
She's at a meeting right now, or they're finishing up their Wacky Wednesday meeting down at Anna's.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay.
That's where she was at. I just texted her before I came in here or called her out. Us older people, we actually call now. On the phone, so.
Yeah, you're not on the texting too much. You know?
I do, but you know.
But yeah, everybody's a part of this. I want everybody to meet everybody that works around here, one way or the other. I've sat down and tried to get all the officials involved. Some of them won't do it, but you know, hey, that's cool. But I mean, I like getting the people you see here, but you don't know what exactly they're doing.
Right.
While they're here. I think that's really.
Yeah.
I mean, like Christian, he comes here. Some people think he's a race car driver. You know, some just don't know.
I don't know. I got a lot of pictures of him in the last couple of years, all the way from no baby to baby now. So
Yeah, right,
congratulations on that.
Yep.
That's awesome. You know, Victoria and a baby in victory lane. So.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is cool when you have that going on.
Yeah.
Well, Mel, appreciate it. Thank you, man.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot for coming up here and being a part of this. And you can hang around, or you
I'll hang
whatever you
around a
want
little
to do.
I got
Well, here he is.
Yeah. So Christian, how's your wife and my girlfriend doing?
I like that. They
Or
were
my kid? How's your wife and my
Whoa,
kid
now you
doing?
took it too far. I'm gonna have to leave now. No, they were gonna come, but the weather was nasty, and our pit bull don't like storms, so she was staying home with them. But yeah, she's doing good. Baby's doing great. Everything's going good.
Is she still spotting for you?
She is actually not. She's down.
I thought she retired.
Yeah, she wanted to, but I figured I wanted her down on the pit road with the baby. They can make memories together while they're down there watching me race. So yeah, she's down on pit road now.
So who's spotting for you now?
Landon's going to spot for me. Anthony Warren filled in the first race of the season. He filled in for me. But Landon's going to be spotting probably the rest of the year.
Cool dude.
That's pretty. That's
Yeah.
like his land, and no one works with him.
Landon Florian.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
Well, he said he was real smart.
Yeah.
I hope he does you better than he does Scott.
Yeah. He's helped me out a lot. So he's done good. Yeah.
All right, now tell us a little bit what all went on last year, and lead us over into this year, how things are going so far this year.
Last year was good. We clinched the championship, which was really good. I wanted that in Enduros before I moved up, but never could get it in the Enduros. So we decided to move up to the UCARs, and I think we had 5 wins last year and clinched the championship. So I was going to take the year off this year, but Mama wanted me to race still. I wanted to take off and spend more time with the baby and whatnot, but she was like, I want you to race. So we went over the car over the off season, and now we're back out here.
Your wife said she wanted you to race?
Yeah, she wanted me to race. I told her I wanted to take a break and spend more time with the baby, but she was like, I want you to race. So I was like, I guess we're racing.
Well, I mean, it makes it a fun family.
Yeah, and that's how we
memories.
both looked at it after we talked about it. So it was cool, and we opened the season up with a win. So
Yeah, that was
really good. We struggled in practice, and qualifying car just wasn't right. We had a couple sensors go bad, but qualified 7th, and Vaughn and Justin actually gave us a couple laps in the middle of the night after we changed parts. After qualifying, the car came to life, so we ended up pulling it off.
It was a big win. I mean, you did a
Yeah, they
great
were
job.
acting cracy. I think like the first 2 laps, it was like 20 minutes just to do 2 laps. It was
I forget
horrible.
what
I
it
was
was,
like
yeah.
ready to get out of the car.
So do you go around racing UCARs at other places too, or you just?
I've been to a few tracks a couple years ago, but the last 2 years I just been here. I think we went to Southern National last year after we won the championship here. Me and my teammate Hayden, we went to Southern National and just ran for fun. So it was a good time there.
Pretty cool. I like those UCARs. I really do.
Yeah.
I mean, there's as close to a mini stock as I can
Yeah.
get. You know.
Yeah.
Brings you back to your days.
Yeah. Brings me. Don't even go there. I know what you're getting ready to start. Don't go there. I've been around you too long. But anyway, yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun class.
So tell us a little bit about what your car and where you got it from and Who all's helping you with it?
Got a car. We built it. It was an Enduro. We turned it into a UCAR. But bought it offline and whatnot. We're actually building a new car. Parts Barn, Charlie Bryant. He let me pick a car out of his yard. So we're actually building a new UCAR. Should be ready here in the next few weeks. So we got that in the middle of the process as well.
What kind of car is it?
Another Acura.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're gonna build a brand new car. So
And then, that's amazing all the stuff that Charlie Bryant has
Yes,
done for the
yes,
UCARs,
yes,
the Enduros, and all his involvement and all that. That's really big for you guys. I mean, especially if he comes and say, "Come get a car off my lot." And
Yeah, and I'm only like 10 minutes from his yard in Suffolk, so I go there all the time, and he's always he let me in there with open arms, so it's been really good.
Well, it'd be nice if he built it for you too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. It might be a little faster.
I know everything else they're building over there is pretty damn
that thing's
fast.
fast. So yeah, that would be cool.
Do you know Mike Combs?
Yes.
He's asking me to get an autograph. Well,
Yeah, he always says that. He likes messing with me, and him are really good buddies. Yep.
Hmm.
So the guys that are out there in that UCAR division, they look like everybody
Everybody gets along?
Yeah.
Until they get on track, and then it's a different story. But
Yeah.
probably out in the pit area, y'all get along.
Yeah,
pretty good.
everybody gets along pretty good. Yeah, always helping each other out, whatever needed.
So
Absolutely.
who all helps you with the car?
Really, just me and the wife. And like I said, if I ever need parts, I go to Parts Barn. Really.
Yeah, I think he gives everybody a bunch of parts.
Yeah,
Charlie
he does. If I don't buy them new, like I said, if I need something that I can't find new or don't want to buy new, I go to the yard, and like I said, he's always helped me out. So it's
Mhm.
definitely been a blessing with that.
Well, that's cool. I mean, that's good for you and
Yeah.
good for everybody out here in that
Well,
class.
Yeah.
He actually let me get a. He actually called me a couple weeks before day of destruction and said he had a derby car for me, and that's what I grew up doing was demolition derby. So he called me and said he has his Camry, and he's done it for me a few times before. So I actually picked up the Camry and came out here to day of destruction and won the derby in one of his cars as well.
Wow. Okay.
The crash up.
Yeah,
derby?
right here on the front stretch. Yeah.
So you used to do that with Scotty Buchanan?
Yeah, I used to do that. Yeah. Scotty's good friend Andy was my mom's neighbor, and that's what I grew up doing with him. And then I got into racing and kind of held back on the derby for now.
Who was the other guy?
The other guy.
Scotty Buchanan.
No, it was the Scotty Buchanan and another guy used to come out here all the time with us. They came on the show with us. And Scott knew him, supposedly.
No, Scotty's the one I know.
Yeah.
I dated Scotty's cousin when we were
Okay,
teenagers.
I got
I've
you.
known Scotty
Yeah.
since I was like.
Yeah, Scotty's known me since I was real. Yeah.
So you used to live next door to him?
Next door to his buddy, which is Andy, which is they're really good buddies. That's how I met Scotty was through Andy.
Mm.
Yep.
So what are you looking for down the road somewhere? Are you looking to move up to other classes, or are you
It's up in the air.
happy where you
Kind of
are?
happy where I'm at for now. But I would like to move up, but we're not thinking about that right now. We're just kind of having a good time where we're at.
There may be a car in the Pro 6 is coming open.
Yeah.
If you don't get yourself back
I hear
No,
you,
it's
I hear you.
back together.
I wouldn't mind jumping to Super Street or a Grand Stock, but I'm happy where I'm at right now.
Okay, well, that's good if you're
I
happy.
didn't need to ask his wife, but she's the one who makes the decisions.
Yeah. Like I said, I was gonna bring her, but the weather was messed up and whatnot, so that's just for them to hang out at the house and watch.
Okay, well,
I'll see her later.
I think you did this to me last time I was on the show.
I do that.
he does it to a lot of people.
Yeah, he's got to make himself feel good.
And some people, I think some people don't particularly care for it.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I know the truth.
That's the reason why I go out the door and go outside and make sure ain't nobody out there.
Yeah.
I forget a big boy that's on Edward's crew. Ryan Richards, I think it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Richardson.
he got him a new girlfriend. I mess with all the time. So where's my girlfriend at? Well, she's up in the stands over there. It was the first time he introduced him to him. I said, "What are you doing with him?"
That's funny.
So, yeah, what's your wife doing with you? That's
I don't know. I got lucky. I really did. I don't know. I ask myself that all the time.
and she likes racing. That's
She
the
loves
key.
racing. Yeah, she grew up racing. Her dad used to do drag racing, so she was kind of into it before I met her. But yeah, she loves racing.
Where do you drag race at?
I'm not too sure. Not too sure.
Well,
But I know he had a Camaro back in the day when, like I said, way before I met her. But yeah,
I
her
used
dad used to drag race.
I used to do the drag racing thing out at Suffolk.
Okay.
Suffolk Raceway.
Yeah.
And we had a car for every division out there.
Wow.
The team of us did.
Right.
So
Yeah, Michael said it's too bad that all the tracks have different rules for UCARs. I know. I mean, back in the day, there was rules were always very, very close
Right.
on most of the classes where you could go to another racetrack.
But you see, and I don't know how it is with UCARs, but some of these divisions, it would be so easy for some of these tracks to work a little bit together to where you can go up and run this track here, or you can go here instead of having to redo your car completely to get there.
Absolutely.
So I don't know how much difference.
Yeah,
it
if we
is.
were to go run Dominion, we'd have to run Dominion stocks. We couldn't run with them because they're only American-made cars up there in Dominion. But here, I mean, Dominion UCARs could come run here, being that they opened the class up to imports and Americans. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I knew there was something, but I couldn't remember
Yeah.
exactly what it was.
So
Unless you come here with your car dented with all that camber in it, and you come run.
yeah, it is what it is. I ain't worried about it.
Are we talking about somebody in particular?
Yeah, remember?
I know who it was. I know who it was.
He was supposed to come on too, never did he?
No, he did not. He didn't like me.
I think he's got to drive. I think he's like 3.5 hours out when I talked to him when he was here.
He wasn't particularly happy with me to start with.
Right.
Well, nobody likes you, Jack.
You're still here.
Any other week you got somebody chewing you out too. I mean,
Yep, I did. I get in the middle of something here and don't even know I'm getting in the middle of it. I mean,
it's like CNN.
Yeah, literally.
I sit right near that chair most of the time when I'm looking over the racetrack, and somehow or other I'm always in the middle of it. I don't know. I can't-
Disinformation. Rodney Davis says,
Hey,
what's
Rodney.
up?
Oh, you friends with
Randy.
Rodney Davis too?
Yeah, we're friends.
Oh, Brandy says she gets in trouble too.
Who?
Brandy Marshall. I believe her.
Yeah.
I do too.
But she's funny as hell.
I believe her really good. Matter of fact,
Did she get in trouble this weekend?
no, she didn't. But look, I'll tell you what, when Jacob raced the other day,
I know. I didn't see what happened. I guess they totaled the car.
Yeah, but Dominion, yeah.
Oh, Dominion.
Well, I don't know if it's totaled. I seen the video of him get hit pretty hard. So.
well, I was talking about the race here. I was sitting up here and I looked down because you know there's going to be a show down here on the front
Oh, yeah.
straightaway. Every
Stomping.
dancing, stomping,
Yeah.
waving her
I bet
arms.
she gives him another 10th.
So I come up here and
Whatever
I'm
works.
sitting here, I'm looking down there going, look, everybody down there.
That's fun.
That's a picture you need to take there, Bill, because of her being out there.
Hmm.
Hey, there's Boo Boo to Zero. Hey, when you race against Boo Boo,
Yeah, I do.
You sound really excited about it.
He was fast Saturday. I think he got caught up in one of those wrecks.
yeah,
one
he
of the
did.
first-
He had to come. He had to come all the way back. Yeah.
burning stuff up.
But he has, his new nickname is.
Yeah, I seen that Boo Boo to Zero. It fits him pretty good.
Yeah, he made the comment this past week. Don't go on this show if you don't want a nickname.
He made that to me.
That's
why, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's old Boo Boo.
Mhm.
So, out of all the guys you race out there with, who's your stiffest competition?
Really? The top 10 is really close. So everybody.
Nobody.
Yeah, I mean, top 10 is really close. Hayden's pretty good. He's definitely come a long way from the enduros. What do we got? We got Jamie Height back this year. He's always tough. He's always fast. I think he ran here years and years ago, so he's got a lot of experience around here.
Bill
Bill
gives the
Akers.
trophies away. I remember who he is.
What's
Gives
that?
the guy gives his trophy away to kids up here in the stands when he wins.
I think that Landon did that a couple times
Yeah,
last year.
Landon and his
Yeah.
brother both did that a lot.
Mr. Fun Time, yeah. But Jamie Height, yeah, he's fast. Hayden, Bill, like I said, Bill's got plenty of experience. So yeah, top 5, top 10 guys are pretty tough. You definitely got to be on your A game.
Yeah, I think Bill. I talked to Bill the other day. I think he's got a new
He's got a new car. Yeah, I'm looking forward to racing him Saturday. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh, is he bringing the new car outside?
I guess he was advertising like he was, so I wouldn't
No.
see why not.
Maybe so. I know he's
It looked
advertising.
good,
Giving
so-
some tickets away, so you go
Yeah.
on Bill's site and
Yeah.
get some free tickets.
Yep.
So you're gonna announce it on Thursday. It's got to be somebody new come to the racetrack.
Yeah, that is really cool. He does that.
That's really good. All right, let's go ahead and get Rico Suave Callihan.
What's up, Callihan?
What's going on, David? Hello?
How y'all doing?
We're doing good. How are you doing?
Oh, not too bad.
How's your car?
Tore up.
That's never
I,
good.
I saw pictures of it. I know his heart broke on that one.
Yeah. It's luckily it doesn't need a clip or anything like that, but just pretty much a lot of expensive bolt-on parts it needs replaced, you know. So we had to go pull out a damn loan and go get some parts.
So you still got the Gen X boys helping you with your car and everything too, right?
Yeah, they putting them to work on Gen X technologies, I guess. We're putting them to work on getting some new right front suspension fabbed up. So they're working on that right now, and we'll be I guess we'll be ready to go here in a couple weeks.
So are you driving one of their cars, or are they maintaining and taking care of your car?
It's actually my car. Me and my dad own it. And I maintain it. Pretty much they they come to the track and help help me at the track, and I mean they help behind the scenes a lot too, but it's my car, and pretty much me and dad maintain it for the most part with their support, trackside support.
Well, and that's a great group of guys that you with. I hung out with you guys at Martinsville. It's really cool to you got a great group of guys to work with.
Yeah, Wayne and Woody and Hippie's behind the scenes on that deal too, and there's all three of them guys are just fantastic and really have a lot to do with my success last year, and even this year so far, even though we haven't had the finishes that we've really been looking for.
You see what I'm wearing tonight, right?
Yeah, I seen that, man. I'm digging the orange hat. I like it.
Look, tell us a little bit about the first week you were racing. How did everything go that week? I thought you did pretty decent.
Yeah, so opening night was was good for us. We unloaded with no testing, so I really didn't have any expectations because I didn't know what we kind of went with a little different package this year. So we unloaded and were fast, and the first race I think I was running fourth or fifth, and with a lap and a half to go, the coil actually came loose off them rubber grommets and started bouncing around in the car, and the car ended up dying down the back straightaway. So that kind of ended our night, in that first race. And so we got that fixed and started 17th in the second feature, and made our way up to fourth place. So it was a pretty good night.
Yeah, that's a real good night for you guys. I mean,
yeah,
you have some stiff competition up there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, there's there's a lot of full-time endless budget teams that we're up against, and we seem to hold our own. So we're real proud of that.
Now things must not have been good over the winter because you didn't get a ARCA test this year. So so you must not have been the champion out at the go-kart track.
Yeah, no, I got demoted. I'm just shop help now, so I didn't go fast enough, I guess.
So do you see that as a possibility down the road of being able to do that again, or that's not something you're really looking at right now?
I mean, I would love to have the opportunity to, get back in Willie's ARCA car at some point. What it really boils down to is just having the funding and the money, and, Willie and Dinah do a lot for a lot of, local drivers and stuff like that, to give them the opportunity to experience some things that, a guy like me with little funding probably would never been able to do. So I would love to be back in their car. It's always a possibility. It's just a matter of, it's just just like the Cup Series. It's just a matter of coming up with the right sponsor and getting the dollars behind you, and then anything's possible.
I was gonna say, all you gotta do is write them a check.
You're right. Right. I just
It's that easy.
I can't find it. I don't know.
What you need to do is just go tell Willie to get his butt out of the seat and let you have it.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
That's a big seat to fill. Literally.
Yeah, I could. But yeah, it's cool to be a part of that. You know, even behind the scenes, and you know, I'm see Willie and Dinah pretty much every day because we work close to each other. So I pop in there and we kind of shoot the shit and you know, catch up on all the weekend drama at the track and all stuff like that. So you know, it's been cool to be a part of that deal.
So what do you say? Race car drivers have a lot of drama with them? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah. There's always drama.
Somebody told me Scott and I need to write you a check so you can get the car.
Yeah. Hey,
As long as they don't cash it before the races run, it'll be all right.
right.
If you
Absolutely.
expect to run more than a half a lap, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
The problem comes in when it's certified funds. The funds okay. The certified funds is the problem.
Right.
So what does the rest of the season look like? You gonna stay just at Dominion, or you gonna run some other places too?
Well, right now, I really don't know. I wish I could have a direct answer. I don't have one, but right now we're funded for Dominion this year. If it keeps going the way it's going, we're going to be in trouble. So hopefully I can, you know, keep it all the wall and keep it in one piece a little more than we've been doing here. But there's been talk with the Gen X boys about, you know, putting a deal together for maybe going back and trying our luck at Martinsville and possibly the Hampton Heat, which I know I said last year. So it's just what it boils down to is just putting the funds together. This late model deal is just it's so expensive that I can't do it myself. I'm just your average guy that has an average job. So I got to have backing and have funding to really commit to those big events and really even commit to Dominion. You know, I'm lucky enough to have a good title sponsor. Paul Henry Windows backs me, and he makes it possible for me to, you know, be able to afford tires all year for the late model class. And between me and my dad, we kind of, you know, scrape pennies together, and we have help from other people too, you know, with parts and, you know, fabrication stuff. You know, Gen X helps us out a lot. Just, you know, it takes everybody to make this, you know, to be at the track every week in a late model.
Now, let me tell you what your problem is, okay? I got your answer for your problem, okay?
All right.
You ain't got my stickers on your car this year. You remember how good it was last year when you put my stickers on your car?
I know we won. I think we won the second race with your sticker on the car.
Yeah,
so.
you did.
It's the certified funds, Jack. That's the problem.
You're gonna have to you're gonna have to bring me one.
I'm gonna be coming up there sometime soon. I'm gonna do that too. I want to come to Dominion, so I'll be up there and we're gonna put them on your car because he will give you an extra 10th, you know, in qualifying and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, so we were joking. We had Billy Smith wrap our car last week, and I told him it was going to be an extra 10th, and it was. So hopefully your sticker brings the same effect.
he made the sticker, so they probably will. Yeah.
I'll take it. I need, and we'll be right up Peyton Sellers' butt, so that'll be good.
Yeah, well, you know, he just seems like he comes and spoils the parade every now and then when he comes up there.
Yeah, I mean, he does, and it's bittersweet, really, you know, as a competitor, because he is hard to beat. And, you know, I was able to beat him last year, heads up. So I guess the bitter part is he is that good, and you know that your chances of winning are not as good as they would be if he wasn't there. But it also is pretty sweet when you're able to beat the best, and that, you know, it really feels like you did something. So it's bittersweet to have him there. It's I don't really know what to think of it. Just we keep trying to work and work and work, and we get better, and it seems like he gets a little better. And the field's definitely a lot closer than we were last year in times and even the racing. So I think we're creeping in on his speed, but we still got a little work to do.
Yeah, it's got to be cool to have a guy like Peyton Sellers to race against. I mean, that's a feather in Dominion's hat and your hat and everybody that races against him. That's a big deal to have him there and be a part of that.
Yeah, I mean it's cool to have I guess you'd call him a brand name in late model stock racing, and along with there's probably, I think we were counting Saturday, there's probably 8 cars there. I mean, we have Silvestri now, we have Minnie Tyrell, the Barnes brothers. There's just some really, really top-notch teams and drivers that we have to go against every weekend. And so it's a pleasure to have them there. It's a pleasure to have the competition, because like I said, when you do something or you do win it, you beat the best, and you can go home with feeling like the best, at least for a week.
Yeah. Man. When if you beat him, you beat somebody. It ain't like,
you
lucked into something.
Yeah, no disrespect to anybody else, because I'm anybody else. I'm just your average weekend warrior racer. We do it out of I'm living with my in-laws right now because we're building a new house. So, we're kind of running our operation out of the one side of a 2-car garage on my father-in-law's house. So, we don't have the big time shop and the big time, machines and pull downs and this and that. Although, I do have Gen X, which they have a pull down, and I have access to some of that, that stuff. But we don't have it on the, my car doesn't get the attention I guess it probably needs compared to a Sellers or someone like that every week.
Sure.
That's true. Yeah. Well, I mean, that you're the normal racer, and he's the above normal racer.
Yeah. I mean, in late model racing has just been since I started in like 2008, I think, and off and on. But just the way it's progressed and what it's turned to, it's like things cost double and the purses are half. So it's just it doesn't help the guy out like me that doesn't. I really rely on running well to offset the cost for the following week. For tires, if I can have a good night, I can possibly pay for my set of tires the next week, which gives me the funding I do have to put maybe into my program a little bit more, whether it be freshening the motor or getting some better parts in the rear end or, suspension parts or whatever it is that we're lacking on. So it definitely makes a big difference.
Well, Davey, I appreciate you being on with us tonight. Thank you for spending some time with us. Hopefully I'll get to see you real soon up at Dominion, and we'll get together and I'll get them stickers on your car so you can go a little bit faster.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you guys having me on.
All right, man. We'll talk to you again real soon. So go out there and win again this next week when you get back to racing again.
Oh, we're going to try. That's for sure.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later. Appreciate it.
All right, man. See you.
See you, bud. Yeah, I mean, look, you beat Sellers or any of those guys. You've done
that was a big deal last year when he won that
for sure
race over Sellers, and that was a sweet win for him. I mean, it had to be. But he's had a bad summer, a bad winter this year. He didn't get the ARCA ride for the ARCA test this year. They've got a go-kart track set up there.
Oh, okay.
Willie Mullins and Seth.
I was trying to White Oak
racetrack.
Oh, okay.
And all the guys at for a lot of the late models and everybody go there to race go-karts.
Oh, okay.
So the thing was last year, Davey Callihan won all the races in the.
And they said he wasn't cheating. He just had more motor than everybody else.
Yeah, whatever. So anyway, he won the championship, and then he gets an ARCA test. And I said, it's really strange. You go out there and win late models in a late model car, and you don't get a test, but you go in a go-kart race and they put you in an ARCA car. And that was the joke last year. So, all right, Christian, tell us a little bit about who all sponsors you and everything helps you out this year.
Farley Financials for sponsoring the division. Nice Guy Auto, he's my main sponsor. Nice Guy on Transmission. He's been with me since I think I started racing. He's my main sponsor. We got my buddy I grew up with, Mouse Motors, I believe it is.
See, now he can't even think his own friends.
I got him. Let's see. We got who else do we got? Shoot, I forget.
Show's gonna be over here in a little while. So
Yeah, Parks Barn, of course. Bill and Sarah, I put them on the car just for everything they've done
I
with the
appreciate
pictures.
that. That's really cool. Those pictures.
Yep, put them on the car. I've been waiting I thought I was gonna get one last time, but I didn't. But I was
you
gonna,
didn't get
no, I didn't get one.
Well, you weren't in the club.
Let's see.
Venom Exotics, got him on the car this year. Man, I'm getting more than one.
I have one for each.
Yeah, one for
Bill wants
I
one.
want for my laptop. I don't have a race car, so thank you.
Yeah, I'll take one for the new car too.
You can have
Billy Smith's got plenty of them.
That's right.
You made mine.
Thank you.
And
Jack Dodson racing inside with Scott Allen.
And if you really don't want the Scott Allen part,
Yeah, if
I got a magic marker.
If I'm not faster by Saturday, they're coming off. I'm taking them off. But yeah, Parks Barn, nice guy. Venom Exotics,
So Wayne.
Chimney Sweep of Virginia. I actually met him. I was coming to the track last year, coming down the road here about 5 minutes from it. He's in a truck next to me, coming right on my window. I met this guy. He's like, I want to sponsor you. And we ended up doing business together. So Chimney Sweep of Virginia, if you need your chimneys cleaned out,
That's cool.
call him. Yeah.
That's
So
really good.
it was really cool to I was driving and he's laying on his horn. I look over and he's just like,
who's this fool?
yeah, I was like, I never noticed him. And he's like, I want to get on that car. And we've been working since. So that was really cool.
That is pretty cool.
If it had been me, I wouldn't even looked at him. I just kept driving.
Yeah. And I was,
You'll never know.
yeah, I think we were running late too. I was rolling down the road, but yeah. So
All right, Eddie Clark, when we have this big show that we're talking about having, I'll give you some stickers when you give me some barbecue.
Wayne said he wants his sticker Saturday night.
We can get it.
Hmm.
We can get it. Well, no, we can't
We'll
get
be
it.
in Dover.
That's
You
right.
gonna be in Dover?
and one more Roughing podcast.
Who?
Roughing Fenders podcast.
Who was that?
Guy, I think he's in Maine or New Hampshire, I want to say. Yeah.
Okay. I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, I met him through Vicky and Jesse Jones on Facebook.
Oh,
He races. I think he races like an enduro UCAR, but he started a podcast. I want to say like last year, maybe 2 years ago.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming me in here tonight.
Yeah, appreciate y'all
Bill,
having me.
appreciate
Thank
you
you for
coming out
having
here
me.
and being
Yeah.
part of this. And
Yeah,
I know it's a little ride for you to be over here. I don't know how far you live
it's
from here.
about 30 minutes. Ain't too bad.
Probably farther than I do. Long as
Yeah.
the tunnel's up.
Yeah.
I'll be home in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Long as the tunnel's good.
Well, I won't be there that fast.
Yeah. Gotta give
You
a
live
shout
at?
out.
I live in Cortland in
Oh, okay.
Southampton County,
Oh, yeah.
so
Oh wow.
I got a little ride.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we ain't got nothing else to do.
What do you mean by that?
You ain't got a job. You ain't getting paid nowhere.
You got a point there. You got a good point there.
We gotta give a shout out to a couple. When I left the show last week, Debbie Millard sent me a picture that Davey was sitting there watching the show. So shout out to Dave.
It's awesome.
Missing you, buddy, and we'll be by to see you soon. So him, and then damn, I just lost a blank on Smith Rasmus Graphics.
Billy Smith.
Yeah, Billy. Shout out to him. You know, I hope he gets feeling better. I know he's a little down there. I'm not sure exactly what.
Well, I don't know what the doctor gave him when he was in the hospital or whatever it is, but he done come and started working on a brand new trailer as soon as he got home. So he evidently doesn't know how to slow down. I don't know what the deal is there.
Yeah.
Also want to keep in mind about Craig Estep too.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He had I think he had a surgery last Friday. I haven't heard any updates in the last
They
little
posted something today about him being like an 80% chance now. He was 100% cancer free. I think his daughter put that on Facebook just earlier today.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
bit. His number one thing is he wants to come back and race again and be here when I think he told me it was July that he's shooting for to be back in a race car. So if anybody can do it, he can do it. Because I didn't expect him to be back in the car this year, but
That's awesome.
so he was there and he got in the car. Okay, everybody, that's our show for tonight. Hopefully we'll be be back with you next week. Maybe, maybe Scott will be here. We don't know.
Lord willing.
But anyway, like and share our show, and
Even if you don't like it, just share it and just watch it. We'll get a view out of it.
well, I ain't gonna say it. I got to say something smart. But anyway, thank you, and we'll see you again next week.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Oops.